Are you scared for the future of this planet?
Yes.
Yes? On a scale of 1 to 10, how scared do you think you are for the future of this planet?
10.
10? All right,
Where
smash it.
10 is very high.
10's very high?
10 is very, very high.
Are you scared for the future of our planet?
Yes.
On a
Scared.
scale of 1 to 10, how scared would you say you are?
11.
11?
A million.
A million. Is it possible to have a rational conversation when you're being led by your emotions and your fears?
Yes.
It is?
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how
Mate,
effective?
there's 8 million people in the Niger Delta nearly on the point of famine because they've had no rains because of climate change.
Is it because of climate change?
Years. Yes.
And how do you know that?
It is, mate. They've said it is.
They've said it is?
Yes.
The temperatures are rising now 10
Did you
times
have the
faster
40
than...
degrees here on Tuesday?
Right.
Did you not feel that that was unreal? We've never had that before.
We've never had that before.
No, never.
No,
Not in the
this
whole of
country.
history.
No.
In the whole of history.
Well, yeah, you might be going back a million years.
No, only 8,000
not in
years.
a million.
8,000
All
years.
right.
8,000 years.
You cannot say humans are not contributing because they've done it this time. It's us.
And how do we know?
Mate,
Because
fucking
temperatures are
wake
rising
up.
now
What do you
10
mean wake up?
times
Don't-
faster.
So
Sorry.
rational conversation, right?
That's what I'm trying to add, but it seems like it's
not
hard. Climate change. Don't care. Thank you, geezer. Much obliged. Are you scared for the future of this planet?
Yeah, of course.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most severe bit of fear and 0 being the minimal bit of fear, how fearful are you for the future of this planet?
8.
8.
Yeah.
Could be worse. Excuse me, mate. Are you scared for the future of our planet?
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst, 1 being not very...
Like maybe like 8 or something.
8 or something. So it's not desperate then.
Yeah, well, because there are things you can do.
There are things we can do.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. Excuse me. Are you scared for the future of our planet?
Yes.
But he's a climate denier. He's an idiot. They've known it since the 1800s, mate. It's
Have
when
they?
we woke up. Yeah.
Is it?
That's so embarrassing.
Really? Do you want to have a talk? If it's so embarrassing, let's have a talk. You got nothing to say? Amazing. If you believed in something, so much, you'd be able to have a talk about it.
I'm
is
here
the
doing
point.
something I believe
Oh, well,
in.
come on then.
And
Come
you're
on.
here.
Doing something that I believe in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
just
So what's the
campaigning
problem?
I'm
So what's the
thinking that what
problem?
you're doing
What's good for the
is
goose is good for the gander.
What's
So you,
so good to
so
do
you can't hold yourself. You can't hold yourself in a different.
Rubbish
I've stopped. I know I've stopped and talked to you. We've got to save everything. We don't have time for this shit. You're climate deniers. You're embarrassing.
So no, well, I thought we was having a talk. Amazing. Are you in fear for the future of our planet?
I am, yes.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst, how bad is it?
I would say 10.
10.
Definitely.
And do you think it's possible to have a rational thought and a conversation whilst you're under such immense pressure of fear?
I think that we have to have time to have a rational conversation, yes.
We need a rational conversation, we do, but I'm saying when you're under immense pressure and fear, you act irrationally.
I would say that we are acting with trying to raise the alarm,
Right.
but everybody needs the planet to survive.
Right.
You need it, I need it.
Yeah.
Therefore, we're not against each other, we're all in this together.
Are you in fear for the future of our planet?
Yes.
How much on the scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst?
Who are you?
My name's Jim Boobeh, I'm from Correct Not Political on YouTube. I'm just trying to understand, if there's a real present danger and how bad is it?
At the moment, not for us.
Not
but
for us.
For the global south, yes.
For the global
People are already
south?
dying.
Global South? And what does
Yeah.
the Global South mean?
People in Africa, people in Asia. What's your view?
Do you support electric cars?
Not really.
Not really.
No, I
Do you eat
don't.
tin tomatoes?
I don't eat. No, we grow our own.
You grow your own?
I think that's
That'd be
what you
lovely to be able to grow your own tomatoes, wouldn't it? Imagine having a plot of land to grow your own tomatoes, boys.
Am I in fear of the future of our planet? Yes, and the future of my daughter's planet as well.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst, how bad is it?
10.
10. It's all
It's
about
been
the
all-
marketing, mate.
I know, Brandon.
Yeah, it is. No, it is. Right.
Unfortunately.
Well,
Unfortunately.
I think it's that way for a reason. I think there's a
Well, it's
purpose.
'cause it stops people thinking for themselves.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
That's the point. That's why I'm on about this emotional blag. So people don't think for themselves. They worry for their children. They worry for their grandparents. And rather than doing the adequate and due diligence that should fall on anyone, when they're under this stress, which I'm arguing about, the emotions, the fear, they relinquish that duty. Do you understand?
No, I've been following this for 35 years.
Right.
And I've been
And they've been
terrified.
saying, right, when I was a kid, they said that Essex was going to be underwater by the year 2000.
Well, they had to readjust the evaluation.
Well, they had to readjust that, and the same with the COVID stuff as well. They said that all these people was going to die. It's all
And lots of people
bollocks,
did
mate.
die, though.
It's all bollocks.
Lots of people did die.
Did they?
Yeah,
From
yeah.
or with COVID?
Both.
What's the difference?
Well, it's shortening their lives, isn't it?
It's shortening
We're
their
all gonna
lives.
die, aren't we?
We are.
So is it better
That's
you
what
die
people
now
need-
or later?
People need to come to terms with that. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
Are you in fear for the future of our planet?
Sorry?
Are you in fear for the future of our planet?
Yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is it? 10 being the worst.
10.
10? Do you think it's possible to have a rational conversation when under such immense fear and pressure?
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you very much. Not very like, there's not much humility going on, is there? Plenty of humidity, not enough humility. Excuse me, love. Are you in fear for the future of our planet?
Yes, I am.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst, how bad is it?
Oh, it's 10.
It's 10?
It's 10 really bad.
Really, really bad, terrifying?
Really, really bad, terrifying if you if you take it all into account.
Yeah?
All the reports that have been written. Yeah, it's the worst.
You in fear for the future of our planet?
Yeah, I am.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst, how bad is it?
Well, it's 10, right?
It's 10?
But it's going to get worse.
It's going to get worse?
Yeah.
And is that an emotional argument? It's going to get worse, or what I'm saying is, do you think it's possible to have a rational thought and conversation whilst under such immense fear and pressure? Do you think we'll be all being rational about it?
Am I able to have a rational conversation?
If your fear level's on 10, which would be 100%, on a scale of 1 to 10, it would be 100%. You're 100% scared about the future of this planet. So I'm saying, are you acting in
You're asking very strange questions.
strange? Probably. I'm autistic.
Right, in the sense that you're asking about the future of the planet.
Yep.
The future of the planet.
I'm asking about if you'd be able to conduct yourself in a way that without
Yeah, I'm
like
trying
irrationality.
To. I'm trying to, but you keep interrupting
I beg
me.
your pardon. I thought you was getting confused.
No, I'm not confused about that. I'm not confused about what I'm saying.
No, confused what I'm saying.
The future of our planet,
Right.
our planet will continue. Planet Earth is going to continue.
Right. Planet Earth's going to continue.
Yeah.
Right.
It will still be here.
What, after we're all gone?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100% amen.
Yeah, so asking the question about the future of the planet is not
They're
really
not.
what I'm here to talk about. So
The future of the planet's not really here what you're here to talk about.
the planet will continue.
The planet will continue. So what are we stopping oil for then?
You don't understand the difference between like humanity, species that live on the planet, and the physical planet.
Wait, so you're on about Gaia love? Gaia love. You're like,
I really
you're
don't
naturist?
know now.
No? It's just what? Have a talk. No? Are you in fear for the future of our planet?
I am.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst, how bad is it?
I honestly don't know, but
You honestly
it
don't
seems
know?
pretty high. I think it's...
So, with using that logic, if you don't know how bad it is, but you're saying it is bad and you're rear holding that, there's some. What does that mean?
That means that I'm not a scientist, so I can't give you a scientific answer, but the scientists seem to be...
Does it not mean that your argument is based on emotion, and what has got you here is your emotions?
No, obviously emotions play a part.
Yeah, massive part, I would argue.
I think that also the scientific consensus seems to be that we've got to take this thing seriously. The International Energy Agency said last year, if we don't stop all new fossil fuel development, then we won't hit the 1.5 target.
So basically what you're doing there is something called, it's a logical fallacy called appeal to authority. So you're saying
that's not a fallacy.
That is, an appeal to authority to base your argument on someone else's authority is an appeal to authority, which is a fallacy.
Argument on what on scientific opinion is sense.
Is it scientific opinion?
Yes.
Do you know how they get a consensus?
They look at the facts.
And do you know what happens if someone's signed up to the IPCC and then they've said...
I'm not talking about the IPCC.
What was you talking about?
The International Energy Agency.
International Energy Agency, and who are they?
They're an agency that looks into energy issues.
Right, and who funds them, who chairs them, who's the executive?
I don't know.
You don't know. So again, with what I'm saying is that sort of argument's flawed as well. You don't really know who's making your argument. How do you know that they were acting with integrity and an honourable...
It's very hard to know. I try and read up as extensively as I can to get as an informed opinion as I can, and that informed opinion has led me to believe that this is what we need to be doing, so that's why I'm here. I need to go now,
if you look at the early Holocene thermal maximum and the post-war economic boom, might be able to get your head around it. Are you in fear for the future of our planet?
Yes.
On a level of 1 to 10, scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst, how bad is it?
It's 10.
It's 10. Terrifying?
Yes.
Can you have a rational conversation when you're under such immense fear and pressure?
You can try.
You can try,
Yeah.
but there is some argument to be made that the rationality factor may...
No, I think there's enough rational facts to be able to have a rational conversation about what's happening.
If you're after sort of rationality and facts and excellent journalism, just read that. Just read that.
The uninhabitable Earth. So, would that be a call to your emotions?
No, it's very, very...
Does it not talk about the extinction of the Earth and everything that lives on it?
Not quite in those dramatic terms. No, it's very...
So it's a more subtle way of
measured.
engaging your emotions.
Where are you from? Why are you interested?
I'm from the internet. Because my argument goes like this. There's verifiable data that you can look through carbon dating and look at the CO2 levels in history, and you can see scientifically that CO2, 1, follows climate, it doesn't lead it, and 2, the temperature globally, on average, has been 4 degrees warmer than it is today, 8,000 years ago.
So are you saying that of the 195 countries that have signed the IPCC report, you know better than all those scientists?
I'm not saying I know better, I'm saying I act with integrity and in an honourable fashion.
And what are you saying I don't?
No, I'm saying the IPCC, the United Nations. Every war zone in the world has got United Nations people in it. Do you not think they seem to be like the what's it called? The commonality. They seem to be they're everywhere. Do you see what I'm saying? Or am I being paranoid?
I don't quite understand what you're saying. What I see.
I'm saying they're not to be trusted.
Well, we trusted the scientists when it was about COVID, or maybe you didn't.
No.
Okay,
Definitely not. Are you in fear for the future of our planet?
I am, yes.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most severe, how bad is it?
9.5.
9.5? We've only got a little way to go and then we're all knackered.
No, absolutely. We've gone over tipping point. The temperatures this week was what the scientists said we should be getting in 2050. So
right.
we're 28
years,
so that's a fright.
It's a one-off occurrence, though, isn't it?
No.
It's like a freak occurrence.
No, it isn't.
It is a freak occurrence.
All
When was the last
world.
time it happened?
Last time it happened?
Yeah, when
well,
was
this is the start of it.
This is
it's
the start
been
of
built,
it. Well, you can't
the nine
say
hottest,
that, though,
nine
can you?
hottest years have been in the last 12 years.
Is that a fact?
So that's climbing.
Early Holocene thermal maximum, the global temperature on average was 4 degrees warmer than it is today.
Right. How long ago was that?
That's verified.
How many people were on Earth then?
How many people? What difference does that make?
Of course it does.
Are you arguing there were people who weren't on Earth?
Crop failures.
Contemporary Tepe in Turkey was 10,000 years old. So obviously there was civilized sort of stuff going on 8,000 years ago.
8,000 years. Yeah, but there wasn't many people on the planet.
Yeah, well, so what difference does that make?
Because we're populating all parts of the planet.
Right, was you aware that you could fit everyone on the planet, 8 billion people, with 3 foot between each of them, all in the state of Texas? Did you know that?
Probably not. No, I probably didn't.
No.
I know Texas is a big state.
So what do you mean, like, what was you saying, overpopulated?
9
what does
billion.
overpopulated mean?
It's been all around the world, there's people living on this planet.
Right.
And there wasn't,
but how's it
8,000 years ago.
But how's it
we could manage the population, but we're having crop failures, big time. Did you know, on the farming this morning, in Britain, 40% of farmland is given over to growing foods to feed livestock to keep us in meat.
Right.
Well, that's what's happening in Brazil.
So what about geoengineering?
Don't know a lot about geoengineering.
Do you think
you probably know more than I do?
Right, because I'm concerned about the climate and the argument of climate change. So I find it my due diligence to go and look into such things.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I do believe that there will be a detrimental effect on the global climate if they are doing what they say they are doing, what the actual government actually say they are doing. They've got white paper. I could direct you now as where to read a white paper all about stratospheric aerosol injections.
Right.
And solar radiation.
Yeah, well, you're reading into things that I don't know about, to be honest. I'm impressed with that sort of thing.
Well,
and I'm
not here to impress people.
I'm there to listen to all sides, but I do believe 98% of the scientists are saying...
But they're not scientists, though, are they? What, from the IPCC? They're bureaucrats.
Yes, but it's about the
they're paid for by political money.
People, isn't it? It's all the environmentalists.
Do you trust the United Nations?
And we're losing wildlife.
I've heard that. The ecologists do say that. Yeah. The United Nations, do you trust them?
Not really.
Do you trust the government here?
No.
So you wouldn't trust, if you don't trust this government, you're not going to trust a consortium of governments from across the globe, are you? Realistically?
Probably not, no.
So what's...
The governments, it's all
so
about...
So that's called cognitive dissonance then, isn't it?
They're all
If you're willing to
propping
lap up what they're saying...
propping up the fossil fuel companies, aren't they? All
Right.
the governments have got fingers in all that.
Right, yeah.
What's this going on?
Enterprise,
Anyway?
YouTube.
YouTube, right.
What's your name?
David Atkinson.
David Atkinson.
From...
Thank you very
Nice
much for your
chatting to you.
time. Cheers, buddy. Oh shit. They've all sat down around us, boys. I can't get around.